Welcome students. Yesterday we have discussed the types of the matrices and we have came to know about all the types of the matrices. Now today we are going to study the elementary transformations and we will use the elementary transformation in finding the inverse of any matrix. So first we have to know about the elementary transformations. Any of the given operations on a matrix is called an elementary transformation. The first transformation is the interchanging of any two rows or columns. For example, if ith and jth rows are interchanged, the transformation is denoted by Ri is interchanged by Rj. Second transformation is if the multiplication of the elements of any row Ri or column by a non-zero scalar quantity, say k, is denoted by Kri. So in matrix, if any element k is multiplied to any of the matrix, then the k is multiplied to each of the elements. The third transformation is addition of a constant multiplication of the elements of any row Rj to the corresponding elements of any other row Ri is denoted by Ri plus Krj. If the matrix B is obtained from a matrix A by one or more elementary operations, then B is said to be equivalent to A. And we use the symbol of equivalence to denote the equivalency of A and B. Now come to the elementary matrices. A matrix obtained from a unit matrix by a single elementary transformation is called elementary matrix. For example, we have an identity matrix of order 3. Now if we make an elementary transformation of R2 plus 3R1, we get the matrix like this, and this is called the elementary matrix. So now we are going to use the elementary transformation in finding the inverse of any matrix. So we have a question in front of us. This is a matrix of order 3. We have to find the inverse of the given matrix by employing the elementary transformations. So first we write the matrix in the form of A equals to IA. A is the given matrix, I is the identity matrix of order 3, and A is written as it is. Now we have to transform the left hand side of the matrix into the identity matrix by performing the sequence of elementary row operations. The same operation will also be reflected to the right hand side of the matrix equation, and finally if the left hand side of the matrix equation is reduced to the identity matrix, on that step the right hand side matrix will be called the inverse of matrix A. In this procedure, first we have to change the element A11 into 1. For this we have to divide the row 1 by 3. So if we divide the first row by 3, we get the following elements. The same operation is reflected in the right hand side also. After getting 1 in the left hand side matrix, we have to obtain 0 in the corresponding column. For this we have to make an operation R2 is tends to R2 minus 2R1. We get 0 at the position of A21. The same operation is reflected in the matrix right hand side. So we will get minus 2 by 3, 1, 0. Now to make an identity matrix on left hand side, the element A22 must be equal to 1. For this, we have to multiply the row 2 by a minus sign. On multiplying the second row by minus sign, we have the elements 0, 1, minus 4 by 3, and the elements on the right hand side are 2 by 3, minus 1 and 0. Now we have to make the element 0, the element lie below the element 2, 2, which is the element 3, 2. So this element should be equals to 0. For this, we have to make this operation R3 plus R2. If we make this operation, we can get 0 at the position of A32. The same operation is implemented to the matrix lies on the right hand side. We get the elements 2 by 3, minus 1 and 1. Now in the same way, we have to obtain 1 at the position A11. For this, we have to multiply the third row by minus 3. The operation is written as R3 is implies to minus R3. The same operation is also done with the matrix on RHS. We get the elements minus 2, 3, minus 3. Now, if we see that the elements lying on the principal diagonal becomes 0. This is the same process we implement to get the elements above the principal diagonal equals to 0. For this, first we have to make the element 2, 3 equals to 0, then the element 1, 3 equals to 0, and finally the element A12 equals to 0. So starting in the same way, we can write the operation as R1 should be replaced by R1 minus 4 by 3 R3, and R2 should be replaced by R2 plus 4 by 3 R3. On implementing this operation, we obtained a matrix lying on the left hand side. The same operation is also reflected in the matrix lying on the RHS side. The elements are converted as the elements on the first row are 3, minus 4 and 4. The elements on the second row are minus 2, 3, minus 4. The elements on the third row are minus 2, 3 and minus 3. Now if we see that all the elements required for the identity matrix are converted except this element, the element A12. For this, we have to proceed like this. We should add second row into the first row for making this element equals to 0. For this, the operation is written as R1 is implies to R1 plus R2. If we use this operation in the matrices lying on left hand side and right hand side both, we can say the left hand side matrix is converted into identity matrix and the right hand side matrix becomes the matrix whose elements are 1, minus 1, 0, minus 2, 3, minus 4, minus 2, 3, minus 3. So if we see that the matrix on the left hand side is an identity matrix, in this step we can say the inverse of the matrix A is the right hand side of the matrix equation. So we can say the inverse of the matrix is A 1, minus 1, 0, minus 2, 3, minus 4, minus 2, 3, minus 3. In this way we can get the inverse of the matrix A. Now come to another example. In the same way, we have another matrix whose inverse to be calculated. If we check, the matrix is given as 2, 1, 1, 3, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. So first of all, we have to convert this element 1, 1 into 1. For this, we have to divide the first row by 2. If we divide the first row by 2, we get the elements 1, 1 by 2, 1 by 2 left hand side, and the matrix on the right hand side is reduced as 1 by 2, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 0, 0, 1. Now we have the element 1 at the position A11, and below 1 we can see that there is 3 and 2. Now we have to make 0 this element 3 and this element 2. For this we have to put two more operations. R2 is replaced by R2 minus 3R1. R3 is replaced by R3 minus 2R1. On implementing these operations, we get 0, 0 on the position 2, 1 and 3, 1. Also, the same operation is reflected in the matrix lying on RHS side, and we get the elements 1 by 2, 0, 0 of the first row. In the second row, we have minus 3 by 2, 1, 0. In the third row, we have minus 1, 0, 1. Now, we can check that the element A22 is 1 by 2. We have to make this element equals to 1. For this, we have to multiply the second row by 2. This is written as R2 is replaced by 2R2. On implementing this operation, the second row elements are changed as 0, 1, minus 1. On the right hand side, the second row elements are minus 3, 2, 0. Now our aim is to make the elements 3, 2 should be 0, but this is already 0, so no need to perform that operation. Now we can see that the elements lying below the principal diagonal becomes 0. Now we have to convert the elements lying above the principal diagonal equals to 0. For this, we are going to perform more operations. We have performed an operation R2 is replaced by R2 plus R3. By this operation, the element A23 becomes 0. The same operation reflected in the right hand side matrix. So the elements are changed in the second row are minus 4, 2 and 1. Now we have to make the element A23 equals to 0. For this, the operation can be written as R1 is replaced by R1 minus 1 by 2 R3. By this, the element A13 becomes 0 and the element of the matrix lying on the RHS becomes minus 1 by 2. The final operation is to convert this element, the element A12 equals to 0 can be written as R1 is replaced by R1 minus 1 by 2 R2. So, in this final step, the matrix lie on the left hand side become identity matrix, and the matrix lying on the RHS side is converted as follows. The elements on the right hand side matrix can be shown. These are matrix. These elements are 3, minus 1, 1, minus 4, 2, 1, minus 1, 0, 1. Now in this final step we can say the matrix lying on the right hand side is the inverse of the matrix A. So the inverse of the matrix A is written on your screen. So in this way we can find the inverse of any matrix. This is all for today. We will discuss more topics in our next classes. Thank you so much.